Have y'all noticed that all of the biggest, newest hip-hop artists are all women? Everybody that's popping in the industry today are all women. Real talk. Where am I living at? Are we in the twilight zone, right? I can't even cut on social media. I didn't even have to look long. I didn't even have to search long. I literally just opened up my phone, opened up social media to see what was happening out here in these streets. And this is the first thing that popped up on my algorithm. And the funniest part about it is that when you go into the comments, because we all know that's the first thing that you do is you go into the comments. When you go into the comments, it's like, wait, people actually agree with this. People support this. One comment said, this is how I'm gonna be as soon as I get that money. And of course, it was all women, right? Assuming that it was all women, but from the profile pictures, you can never tell nowadays, right? But from the profile pictures, it was all women. Let me look at them. It says, got the Karens vibing too. We here. The ladies in the office is smiling. I love seeing her win, period. Me when I get my dream car. I love her so much. When you work hard and finally get something, this is how you feel inside. Everyone just displays their feelings differently. Go boo, real lit, model body, cool persona, super voice. Go for it, girl. She just be living life. I love the support, LOL. Iconic. She's so authentic, it's refreshing. I love her so bad. Would have loved to see this. She pretty dab dog. Such class. I don't understand. I don't get it. Either everybody and they mama is just all fucked up and ghetto in the culture, or I'm living in a twilight zone. Sometimes I even question myself, and it's one of those situations where it's like, am I off? Am I just so far removed from what I think class should look like? Am I so far removed from what I think that black women should look like? Am I so far removed from what I thought that black women actually wanted to be like and supported? Why would anybody want to be like this? Yo, honestly, I remember when people used to ask me if it's hard for me to walk around and record myself as a vlog because everybody would be looking at me. But now, nobody gives a fuck. Like, going into the dealership and twerking on the car. First of all, I don't even know how she got a super pink Mercedes. I didn't even know that Mercedes offered that color. Is that custom? What the hell is going on? And then she's in the Mercedes dealership twerking, and everybody's, I guess they do anything for a sale. I even thought that the establishments and organizations held themselves to a higher esteem and a higher standard versus what it is that they just let happen inside of these environments and dealerships, right? Like, I wouldn't even do business with everybody because you have to maintain that level of, like, what about the other customers that was walking in, or people getting serviced over in a dealership or whatever like that in the maintenance department? I think that we have, and I've been saying this for an extended period of time, I think that we've devolved so much as a society, as a culture. And when I said it, and I'm gonna keep on throwing it in y'all face, when I said that black culture was absolutely trash, everybody laughed. They said that I was wrong. They said that I was off, that, you know, you were Uncle Tom and all of this other type of stuff. Umar Johnson came out and said that, you know, we were Africoons because we didn't support this bullshit that we see happening every day. But I think I was right. And I think it's a large majority of you guys that are watching us right now, both men and women, that don't agree with this shit. Now, of course, we know that There's going to be a large majority of people that watch this, disagree with it, hit a dislike for the YouTube algorithm because they feeling some type of way. But I think that this type of shit happens is because I don't even think that they're the majority. I think that this type of shit happens, and you guys let me know in the chat, am I off or am I 100% right? I think that this type of stuff happens because good people stay quiet. And because they are winning, or because they operate a certain type of way, or because they operate with class, it's hard for them to come out of their shell and to stand up against the thing that we see. We just kind of passively walk past and let things happen, and we just laissez-faire, or we don't want to be canceled, or we don't want to be criticized and stuff like that. And so a small minority is influencing the overwhelming majority because over a period of time, eventually you start seeing this is not a big deal. It's almost like being desensitized. This is a form of PTSD, in my opinion, right? When you see so many movies, when you see so much stuff happen in the hood, this becomes a norm to where if you see something happening that's similar to this, it's like, oh, no big deal. That's just how we operate. That's just the culture. That's just normal, right? And so I think that that's essentially what's happening as far as who our heroes are, what's happening on social media, what we think makes the most sense, and so on and so forth. And so when I see this type of shit, it's important for me to call it out and call it for what it is, because I don't support this. I don't advocate for it. I don't let my daughter listen to that bullshit, right? At least not in front of me. Not in front of me. Like if you gonna operate, or if you gonna even listen to something that may sound good in your ears, because a lot of times we're influenced by, and the things that we think is dope, it may sound good to us, and then we'll say, well, or we watch it, right? Because now everything is visual and audio, and we'll hear it and we'll watch it and we'll say, well, you don't see me out here twerking, or you don't see me out here robbing people, or you don't see me out here killing people, even though that's the type of music that I listen to. But you validate it, you support it, and slowly but surely you start to embrace or not disassociate yourself with the things that's the worst for us. I'm telling you, man, if y'all don't start standing up, if y'all don't start actually advocating against this shit, if y'all don't start calling it out, if y'all don't start supporting the people that actually rock out and said that this is not class, this is not how we operate as a culture, this is not how we supposed to be, then you are going to see an even quicker decline into what we all know is coming in the first place, right? But I don't want my daughter to be subjected to what's happening and what's going on. It's getting worse and worse every day. I'm curious as to what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. Do you think that now that Sexyy Red is at the forefront of the movement of what it is that we advocating for, what we listen to, and who we set aside as our heroes, do you think that our culture is devolving even quicker, or do you just think that this was our norm in the first place? Let me know in the comments. Make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Tap into that T channel, 30% off your first order plus a free gift.